The Emirates interview process has significantly changed in 2024. The days of predictable group activities are gone, and in their place, Emirates has introduced dynamic, high-pressure assessments designed to overwhelm candidates and see how they react and adapt to the stress. In this video, you'll learn the 2 new first group exercises Emirates recruiters are now using on their open days, how they work, and why they're being used. We'll talk about body language behavior you should adopt and what the recruiters are actually checking for and monitoring from applicants like you. I'm a former Emirates cabin crew with 4 years of experience, 2 in economy, 2 in business class. I also worked as a talent acquisition manager for global pharmaceutical companies, and now I'm a recruitment consultant helping you guys land your dream job. Today I'm sharing how the new Emirates recruitment process works, and at the end I'll tell you where you can access several exclusive guides that guarantee better performance and success. How many times have you applied to Emirates only to face rejection? Maybe you never even made it past the CV upload and didn't even get called to an assessment day. Or worse, maybe you've even been invited to an assessment day only to walk away empty-handed after the group exercise. And let's not forget that crushing disappointment of reaching the final interview, thinking that you actually nailed it, only to receive that dreaded email. Thank you for your interest, but we've decided to move forward with other candidates, blah, blah, blah. For so many aspiring cabin crew, this isn't just a story, it's their reality. The endless cycle of hope and rejection, the many nights spent rehearsing answers, the constant replay of what did I do wrong? Did I mess up my body language? Since my answers were spot on. I've been there. I was rejected once, so I know how it feels. And here's the truth. The Emirates recruitment process for flight attendants isn't just about qualifications or experience. It is a carefully designed system to identify a specific type of candidate. If you don't understand what recruiters are looking for and how they think, your chances of success are really slim. Today you're going to learn exactly what's changed, what recruiters are testing for, and how you can prepare smarter, not harder, to pass that damn interview. Towards the end, I'll share a list of body parts recruiters typically check. They judge your personality and behavior by observing them. If you're able to absorb the information I share and learn quickly, enough before your next interview, you should already see better improvements on your next assessment day. Emirates recruiters aren't just looking for good communicators or polished answers. They want adaptable, emotionally intelligent, and quick-thinking people in their company, all while maintaining the elegance and obviously the composure of an Emirates cabin crew. So here's what's new. Exercises now involve your real customer service experience. Recruiters ask you to share with the rest of the group your actual experience, and that's part of your self-introduction now. It used to be as simple as standing up, stating your name, age, profession, and where you came from. But now you're also asked to provide your customer service experience together with even more information depending on what exercise variation the recruiter picks. Sometimes the recruiter will ask you to share your favorite destination and why it is so. There are 3 variations in total. What the recruiter is looking for is a complicated mixture of body language elements together with your ability to cope with stress. We cover these exercises in depth in our new book, The New Emirates Interview Guide, since the answers you need to provide are quite tricky and need a fully dedicated and separate explanation. I'll be doing a video of it in the future, so subscribe for it. What's important to know is that the many questions you're asked during group exercises are meant to just overwhelm you and get you to panic. If you're strong and don't, you get to the next stage. You'll be dropped into very ambiguous scenarios with little guidance, forcing you to think on your feet and quickly. One particular first group exercise involves the recruiter handing each group a card. Each card has a profession written on it. Your job is to prepare a self-introduction, explain your customer service experience, pick a quality that profession must have, and explain why you chose that quality in particular. Again, all of this is very tricky. You think it's a simple task. In reality, the recruiter is verifying whether you're thinking outside of the box, if you're collaborating with other group members, your body language, and much more. Every move you make, even from your tone of voice to your micro-expressions, is analyzed. We've seen this happen throughout each group exercise, from the first stage interview till the last stage interview. You're always being scrutinized by recruiters, and believe it or not, they check everything, from your feet to your hands, from your stance when speaking, to your shoulders while sitting. Are your legs crossed? How are they crossed? All this matters. If you frown or look surprised, have a micro-expression seeping through, revealing your real emotions, even for just a split second, the recruiter will know. There's a checklist of body parts and clues recruiters look out for in their applicants. They make their overall decision based on all of these elements and can easily understand if you're stressed, nervous, or you're simply lying. As you move through the interview process and advance in new stages, your body language is analyzed even more, especially at the final interview. Recruiters want to make sure they're hiring the right person and must find out whether you're generally a good match or not. If you're having a hard time to get through the group exercises and want to take the opportunity to improve your job interview performance and body language, we recently created a booklet for students to improve overall performance and to correct major issues through self-analysis of body language behavior. You can find more information in the description of the video below. Without preparation, the Emirates interviews exercises can feel quite overwhelming. They are designed to be overwhelming, and they're meant to separate and eliminate those who just want the job from those who really are ready for it. Think back to your last assessment day. Maybe you thought you did well. You participated in the group exercises, contributed ideas, and even smiled more than the usual. So why didn't you get the job? Being active in a group doesn't mean you're standing out in the right way. Recruiters aren't just taking notes of what you say, they're also analyzing, primarily, how you interact in the group. Did you dominate the conversation? Did you leave quieter teammates out without involving them? Did you seem stressed during the exercise? Or disengaged, maybe even upset when someone spoke over you or took your idea as his? Or simply things didn't go the way you wanted? The Emirates recruitment team is trained to notice the tiniest details, and most candidates fail because they don't understand what's being evaluated. They're so focused on the stage they reached, thinking that that's what they failed, but they couldn't be more wrong. Reaching a final interview and not passing doesn't mean you failed the final interview. That is a very common and tricky belief most applicants have. Recruiters use different strategies throughout the recruitment process. The tactics we use allow us to make the best possible choice, retain the best possible candidates, even if the best picks refuse the offer. At the end of the day, recruiters will eventually hire the number of cabin crew they need from that open day. That's why we recruiters create two lists of candidates just before the final interview: the preferred group and the backup group. We discuss this in depth in our book, and it's a tactic that helps us hire the best candidates possible, even when the best ones decline the offer. Let's briefly talk about the final interview. And let's imagine you just got the rejection email. You might have thought your answers were perfect. And with this rejection, you feel so confused and upset. The biggest mistake most applicants make is, did you align yourself and your answers with the Emirates airline company values? Did you check what's going on with Emirates in 2024 and the latest news? Most candidates don't. They do no research. They don't try to match their experience to the airline's needs. They don't match their ambitions to the airline's objectives and ethos. Candidates rarely present themselves at the final interview as a solution. They just answer questions with the hope of being hired. It just doesn't work that way, and that's why they're getting rejected. They don't match themselves to the position and the company, and they fail to stand out. A final interview is a very complicated thing. It's the last chance the recruiter has to make their decision and choose well. They need to take home a good candidate, and you need to provide the information they want to hear. Body language is essential, but the way you answer typical final interview questions and the content you choose to discuss with is just as important. There's a technique you need to use to answer final interview questions, and you are guaranteed to fail if you don't. We'll go in depth in a final interview preparation too, if you guys want. Let me know in the comments below if that's something you're interested in. By the way, if you're finding this information helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps me keep creating content like this for you. So thanks. Let me share something you won't find on Google or in any other recruitment forum. The secret to passing the Emirates interview isn't just about what you say. It's actually about how you present yourself. For role plays, stay calm and focus on the solution. Emirates values candidates who can think under pressure. Always approach problems with a clear plan of action. Follow this clear protocol. Listen to the recruiter's guidelines carefully. Only follow what the recruiter asks for. Nothing more, nothing less. If the recruiter asks you to perform under 30 seconds, make sure you're under 30 seconds. If 40, be under 40. Plan well using all your team members. Don't be a lone wolf, and don't exclude others. Be assertive with others, not passive and not aggressive. You need to strike the right balance, but you must make sure that when you speak, you are heard. Shy people are usually the first to go. Aggressive ones just right after. Be kind, offer others the option to go first, or second, let them pick first. When you speak, make sure you look at everyone. Make a sweeping motion from left to right so you know that you're addressing everyone. Don't stare at the recruiter. She's not part of the group, so don't involve her. And for the love of God, if you stumble or get stuck, make fun of it, laugh about it, but keep going. If you stop, you simply fail. Nonverbal communication matters more than ever. Your posture, tone of voice, and eye contact need to exude confidence and approachability. Follow this clear protocol. Regardless if you're speaking at the moment or someone else in your team is, keep a powerful pose. Occupy and claim your space. The smaller you make yourself, the less confidence you project. This is typical of guilty people or liars. A tucked neck and head with higher position and obviously tense shoulders is a dead giveaway. Keep a straight back, loose shoulders, a straight head, and your head must be in line with your spinal column. Tilt your chin slightly up. And nod when others speak. Show empathy and inclusion. If you're standing, keep your legs apart, never tight together. The ideal amount is almost the width of your shoulders. Move your hands and support what you're saying with deliberate movements. Not too many movements or the recruiter might think that you're actually nervous. Careful for your eyes too. Don't have them wide open. Keep them relaxed and open as they naturally be. And keep your eyebrows relaxed too. Your eyebrows betray your eyes, and your eyes betray your eyebrows if you're stressed, hiding something, or simply lying. If you have an imbalance of emotions where there's a contradiction between the two, the recruiter might not want to carry you to the next stage. And if she does, she'll test you again and try to find out why you did it. She'll verify under what type of questions you have this behavior and understand if you're lying or if it's a coping mechanism or you're simply nervous. There are many other body language elements we analyze during an interview. I really recommend downloading our guide to preparing for job interviews down in the description. The checklist is really comprehensive. Recruiters want to see leaders who bring out the best in others. A simple gesture like encouraging a quieter teammate to share their ideas can set you apart. Don't do this over and over again though. You need to be kind and empathetic, but you can't overdo it. Do this once or twice by asking their opinion during a group exercise, and that'll be enough. If you're standing up for someone, trying to be extra kind too much, you risk being judged as a fake. But these are just the basics. If you want to master every stage of the process, you need to know the exact strategies and techniques that top candidates are using to succeed. I'm coaching students every month, and I can see the patterns of wrong behavior and body language. It's difficult to fix, but if you work on yourself a little every day or every other day, you'll be aware and conscious of what you're doing wrong. Record yourself while exercising with others and watch the recording a few times. You might notice a few things about your body language you had no idea about. Sometimes it can even be quite embarrassing. All our coaching sessions on Patreon are recorded, so you can easily see how you performed without needing to record yourself. Those who prepare for an interview spend less time reapplying or redoing the interview process, ultimately saving months or years of time. Those who start young in the industry accumulate experience sooner, opening doors to roles like purser, first-class flight attendant, or training supervisor much earlier in their careers. Candidates who pass the interview sooner enter the professional world with stable earnings earlier, setting themselves up for financially secure and fulfilling career paths in aviation. And you'll be able to have your own house, apartment, or investments, or your car much earlier. If you've already been rejected once, don't wait for another rejection. Once you're in the Emirates airline, you'll consistently make a good salary, your expenses will be low, and you'll be grateful you worked harder before the interview, unlike other applicants who didn't and were rejected. I've spent years analyzing the Emirates recruitment process, and you know that. I've been speaking to successful candidates and even consulting with former recruiters. And I've compiled everything you need to know into my new ebook, the Emirates Interview Method 2024-2025 edition. Inside you'll discover step-by-step guides to every stage of the Emirates interview process, including the new group dynamics and role-play exercises, detailed examples of questions and answers that align with the Emirates' updated values, insider tips on what recruiters are really looking for and how to show them you've got it, psychological techniques to manage nerves and project confidence. The guide covers 3 first group assessment exercises, 2 optional group assessment exercises, 8 second group assessment scenario exercises, 20 final interview questions with answers following the correct technique that recruiters want you to answer with, and 26 simulation examples suggesting you how you should answer. This isn't just another generic interview guide, it's a proven comprehensive guide of 100 pages designed specifically for the new Emirates interview process, used by recruiters starting from 2024. There's a Black Friday special now, you get 30% off if you use the code BF30 WishCasting. So what's stopping you from getting hired? You could keep applying, hoping that this time it will be different, or you could take control of your future. My ebook is your ticket to breaking the cycle of rejection and finally achieving your dream of flying with Emirates. Don't let another year go by without taking action. Head to payhip.com/wishcasting and get instant access to the strategies that have already helped hundreds of candidates succeed. Thanks for watching. If you find this video helpful, make sure to like and subscribe for more insider tips. And if you're serious about landing your dream job, click here to watch my video on mastering body language for interviews. See you in disguise.